Hey everybody, good Monday evening to you. It is Weather for Weather Geeks time. We have some wintry weather to talk about this week. Maybe kind of the last hurrah for wintry weather before Christmas coming up at the end of next week. But we'll get to the details on everything regarding this week and some longer range thoughts in this video, starting out this evening with, well, honestly, kind of a boring time lapse. It was kind of a boring weather day today. We had a lot of clouds, a couple of flurries here and there, but that was about it. Otherwise, just kind of a ho-hum mid-December day. Earlier on today, we had kind of a precursor, if you will, of what's to come midweek that moved through the eastern seaboard with some rain and some wet snow in parts of the mid-Atlantic states. A few leftover lake-enhanced and lake-effect snow showers and flurries are out there on the weather map this evening, but otherwise, yeah, it is pretty quiet. Already in anticipation of our midweek system, winter storm watches are out. New York City, the Poconos, the Catskills, heading back towards State College in Altoona in central Pennsylvania, down towards the Blue Ridge Parkway, into a lot of the mountainous areas of West Virginia. Winter storm watches are out, and you betcha winter storm warnings will replace those winter storm watches in a lot of those locations as we get closer to the storm's arrival on Wednesday. In the meantime, another quiet day coming our way Thursday. I think the sky will try to clear some late tonight, and some filtered sun at times Tuesday morning will be replaced by a thickening cloud deck in the afternoon. And then Wednesday, we have our snow on the way. Now, we'll be fine in the morning on Wednesday. The timing of the snow, we may see some very light snow or flurries arriving by midday, but the impactful snow probably holds off until the second half of the afternoon on Wednesday. And then conditions will deteriorate for a time, and some decent snowfall rates at times Wednesday evening into parts of the overnight before this starts to taper off overnight and first thing Thursday morning. All right, as of 6:27, here's a look at our computer model spread for kind of the heart of our television viewing area. So you can think of this as the model spread in southern Trumbull County and a lot of Mahoning County, southern Mercer County as well. The NAM model is this line right here. It's kind of an outlier, of course, with a big jump up to probably 5 inches is what it's suggesting here. Here's the legend over here on the left. We have better model consensus here with the European and the GFS. A couple other models that aren't displayed are more in this camp down here. We're in the heart of our viewing area. A couple inches, maybe a few inches, seems pretty likely according to the consensus of the modeling. Now, here's a look at the region-wide snowfall map. And boy, there's going to be some very impressive amounts in eastern Pennsylvania, parts of Maryland, parts of New Jersey, southeastern New York. You know, we've got 12 inches plus as kind of the brightest color here, but there's going to be some places over here that get 20 inches or so probably. And so that is going to be quite a doozy of a snowstorm, something we didn't see all of last year. So here locally, if you do happen to have some travel plans for Wednesday into Wednesday night involving I-80 or the PA Turnpike, you're going to want to cancel those or alter those dramatically, because no one's going to be wanting to drive through central and eastern PA on 80 or across the PA Turnpike in the southern tier of the state, starting Wednesday afternoon and taking us through early Thursday morning. All right, here, closer to home, this is our opening bid as far as the snow map goes. Look for adjustments as we get a little bit closer, and we can tweak this a little bit, but enough to be disruptive, enough to be an inconvenience. Second half of the day, Wednesday, but not the biggest storm in the world. Probably 2, 3, 4 inches, pretty common. From roughly Youngstown on south and east. So that includes places such as Columbiana, East Palestine, Lisbon, East Liverpool, Mercer, Grove City, Newcastle, and then somewhat lower amounts are favored once you get off towards Craig Beach, Newton Falls, Warren, Bloomfield, Mesopotamia, Kinsman, kind of the reverse of a typical lake effect situation. This is not lake effect. This is a mid-Atlantic East Coast thing, so typically in those kinds of storm tracks, our southeastern viewing area a little more favored for the higher amounts. So again, look for further adjustments. So with this map as we get into the day tomorrow, certainly, and we get some high-resolution computer model data, but this is kind of our opening bid as of Monday evening. And Wednesday evening, I should say, is when we expect probably the highest impacts on the roads. If you need to be out and about on Wednesday, and you're flexible enough in the timing of your travel plans that you can get them done early, that's preferable, because I would expect by about this time Wednesday evening things to be a little bit slick out there, especially, of course, on those secondary roads and the less traveled roads and the roads that tend not to be treated quite as often. And yeah, some decent snowfall rates at times Wednesday evening could lead to some reductions in visibility as well. Now, will this be the last hurrah for wintry weather in the run-up to Christmas? I think there's a good chance of that. This is the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook put out by the Climate Prediction Center, and yeah, I like what they have here. The nation flooded by Pacific air, not Arctic air, in that last few days before the Christmas holiday next week. Does that mean 60s? No, but I would expect several days with highs in the 40s next week. The weather right around Christmas time at the end of next week, that, is something we don't have a great grasp on as far as details go just yet, but with the pattern right before Christmas, I would put our odds of a white Christmas, an inch of snow or more, on the ground Christmas morning. I put those odds below average by a fair amount. I'm going to say my opening bid here on this statistic is 20%. Our average is 45%. Almost half of our Christmases feature an inch of snow on the ground, officially at the airport anyway. This year I would put those odds quite a bit lower. I'm not going to rule it out yet, but they're quite a bit lower than average. All right, look for more updates on the coming snow from me on social media. Make sure you're following me on YouTube and subscribing to those YouTube videos where you can watch archived editions of Weather for Weather Geeks going back years and years if you want. Also, Facebook and Twitter. I'm Eric WFMJ on Twitter and on Instagram as well. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Monday evening.